So I have a question for you. Are you a victim or are you a victor? Meaning, when life throws you curveballs and you're dealing with shit, do you point the finger, blame others, blame your circumstances for your shortcomings, or do you take full responsibility and ownership for what's happening and know that you can take control of it? Ask yourself that. Do you play the victim, or do you step up and be a victor and see that whatever's happening to you as an opportunity for you to grow and advance yourself and level up? So yesterday, I see somebody posted a video on Instagram, and he was, clearly having a bad day. He was basically saying that, because of the rain and the weather, he wasn't able to do his work because, a lot of his clients didn't need his services because it was raining, and, he was getting turned down by a lot of people purely because, they didn't want to have their windows cleaned, their drives cleaned, because the weather just wasn't in, there was just no need for it because of the rain. And completely understand that, and that is unfortunate. But the way his whole perspective and his attitude towards the situation was, well, these people are just saying no to me. I've got bills to pay. It's all right for them. They're all right, all cooped up in their nice warm home, and I've got bills to pay. And me being me, I couldn't help myself, to at least say something, because that whole perspective is completely messed up. So, I commented saying, bro, that's a victim's mentality. Your clients and the world doesn't owe you shit. Regardless of whether it's raining or not, whether it's a nice day, your clients don't have to pay you, right? They don't owe you anything, right? So by you, saying, they're saying no to me, it's all right for them, I've got bills to pay, that puts you in the position of a victim, because you're completely helpless now. You're completely helpless because you're leaving it up to your clients. You're dependent on one skill set, one source of income, a number of clients for you to make your ends meet. And in today's economy, that just isn't going to cut it. We need to be more resourceful. We need to have other skills and other streams of income to supplement us so that we can pay our bills and make our ends meet, right? So instead of you pointing the finger at your clients because they don't need your services at that time, you should point the finger at yourself, right? Because the choices that you've made up until this point in your life is the reason you are where you are. And you may not be able to pay your bills, and you may be struggling financially, right? But it's all down to you, based on the choices that you've made, right? So instead of you blaming others or blaming the weather or blaming your circumstances, when you point the finger at yourself, you can now do something about it. You can now say, right, I've fucked up until this point in my life, right? I've been relying on one source of income, one skill, and I've come to a point today where my services aren't in demand, right? What can I do about it? What can I do from this point on so that I don't end up in this situation again? Now you can start tapping into your creativity and your imagination to start coming up with ideas, right? As soon as you start blaming others and blaming the weather and blaming people and your clients because they don't need you, you're fucked. That's a fucked up perspective because you're now closed off for you to tap into your imagination to make change. You're completely closed off. Whereas, like, if you think to yourself, what can I do today to increase my value to the marketplace? What can I do today so that I don't end up in this situation again? What skills could I learn in the next 3 to 6 months that could help me increase my income so that if I do get rained off again, or, you know, my services aren't in demand at this time, I'll have other skills and other sources of income to supplement what I'm doing. Instead of you seeing it as adversity, you see it as opportunity. Successful people figure shit out. Victims, they just blame others. They blame the world, they blame the government, they blame the tax man. They blame everything but themselves. But the people that get ahead in life deal with the same fucking problems. There are people that are perhaps worse off, right? But because they have the right perspective and the right attitude, they know that they're going to figure it out. They know that life is going to throw curveballs at them, but they're going to do their very best to prepare themselves for when it does, right? And even when it does, they're not going to vent about it and stress about it and post about it and give it more energy. They're just going to be like, you know what? It is what it is. I may struggle to make my ends meet this month, but I'm going to figure it out. This is good. This is a good thing because now I get to tap into my imagination and be able to discover something new that can help me grow and advance myself and level the fuck up. So that when I'm in this situation again, if I am, I'll know how to handle it. Victims always point the finger at others. They always have an excuse. It's never their fault. It's always somebody else's, or, you know, whatever's happened, the past. But when you can just learn to take responsibility and know that you are the maker, you shape your reality. You get to choose your outcome. And there, sometimes, like, you know, it might make you feel a little bit better, you know, to vent and, you know, get mad and get pissed off and get frustrated, but it solves nothing. It solves absolutely fuck all. You just end up more frustrated and you just end up being somebody that no one wants to be around because all you do is bitch and complain when life doesn't work in your favor. We are our only problem and our only solution. We get to shape our reality and be whatever the fuck we want. We have to learn to take responsibility and ownership for where we are right now. Otherwise, nothing changes. We just end up dealing with the same problems day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, and nothing changes. And we just end up more and more frustrated because life just keeps beating you down. But really, you know, you beat yourself down because of how you think and your attitude and your perspective. So the next time life throws curveballs at you and challenges you, and you feel that you want to blame and point the fingers at somebody else, turn the finger around to you, because the problem is here. And that's actually an empowering thing to do, right? The most empowering thing that you can do is take ownership for where you are right now, because you can actually do something about it. Make up your mind today to be the victor of your life and start living the life that you were designed to live. I hope that this message brought you value. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.